let's try this again. This is take 2. Hi, my toy friends. It's me, Gayla. Finally back with another video. So today, it's actually August. Hi, it's been a while. We're going to time travel back to May and go through my May thrift haul. So, didn't plan on taking the whole summer off from making videos, but it just kind of happened. I've been working a lot, and that's about it. Just working my life away. But I have been thrifting. I probably will be doing like a whole summer thrift haul because my finds have not been as plentiful as May. May was a lot. I was going pretty often. I was taking my break from work. I deliver food. I'm a DoorDasher. I was taking my breaks in the evenings to go thrifting. But once school gets out around here, the thrift stores kind of dry up until school is back in, which it is now. Things are starting to turn around a little bit. I'm starting to find some things again. So I'll have more to show you, just not as much in one go as this, I don't think. So let me think back. In May, I was looking for jellycats, I was looking for calico critters, and I was looking for Build-A-Bears. And I found all of those things, amazingly enough. Well, the calico critters, I found knockoffs. I'll just say that. But I did find furniture too. So overall, I found some things I was looking for. I found a lot of good stuff in May. It's a long haul, but first I want to show you the things that I was gifted by my wonderful friends. I'm so grateful that people like me enough to send me things, that they want to give me things. I just feel so fortunate. The first thing I was gifted, my friend Amanda, who is, her account is Never Too Old for Toys. She has TikTok. She makes TikToks of like unboxings, and she's also on Instagram. She sent me a big bag of these Our Generation food items, so now I can stock the diner that I had previously hauled. So thank you so much for that, Amanda. She sent me those. And then also my friend Cam, who is currently on a hiatus from social media. I had sent Cam some things, and I guess Cam wanted to send me some things back, even though we had already done a trade. He sent me more stuff. I guess I don't know. I sent my Muppet figures, so I guess he felt like he needed to send me something else, which I appreciate. It wasn't necessary, but I do appreciate it. So we've got a little bag here with some miniature food items, and then also the Dragula from the Munsters, which I love. She's way up there. You can't see her, but I have the Lily Munster Funko Pop. That was the first Funko Pop I ever got. I don't have her box, unfortunately. Yeah, I love the Munsters. I love the Addams Family if you're new here. Also in that package was an Earthworm Jim figure. I haven't seen him in so long. I was really excited. So he's probably going to go to my plastic cheese ball bins of things. And then also this Wishables from It's a Small World. It's the hippo, which actually goes with something I'm going to haul today. So I was excited for that. Sorry, I feel like I have like a dust bunny or something in my eye. And then the best thing of all that he sent me was this Frankenstein 12-inch. I guess it's technically a doll or a figure, whatever, but he's got these good clicky joints, like the hinge joints. Oh yeah, I was really excited for this. I recently read Frankenstein, and it kind of broke my heart a little bit. I felt really sorry for the monster until he became a schmurderer. So those are the things I was gifted. Thank you so much, Amanda and Cam, for sending me those things. I truly, genuinely, wholeheartedly appreciate it. Okay, and also, let's get on with the haul. Do you want to do dolls first? There's a lot of plush. Let's do dolls first and get that out of the way. So, I had made some other videos back then of like opening bags of doll clothes or Build-A-Bear clothes that I had found. So you can go back and watch those if you want to. I'm not going to sit here and show every single item because this video is going to be long as it is. Okay, so I found Becky, and it was my understanding that Becky was recalled because her wheelchair didn't fit in the dream house. But so I bought Becky. I was like, oh, Becky, she's, you know, she's so rare. She's not rare, but she is so pretty, y'all. I'm so glad that I got her. Unfortunately, she does not have her chair, but just look how pretty she is. And she's very articulated, I guess, so that she could sit. I never had a Becky doll when they came out. I remember when they came out. I didn't have Becky. And she's in the Tooth Fairy dress. So, got Becky, 90s Barbie. Haven't been picking up Barbies as much. I've just kind of lost interest. I feel like I've got, like, the ones... I'm really happy with the ones I have. There's not much else, if I found it, I would want to get. You know, I think the ones that I would still want to purchase are pretty expensive at this point. So I got this LOL surprise. I can't even remember her name, but I just love her. Bubblegum pink, puffy hair. It looks like she's missing an earring, but that's okay. Yeah, I love the pastel ones. I really like the LOL surprise. I know, like, interest for them has waned a lot, but I just love their bug eyes because I love big-eyed dolls from the 60s. Okay, and I also found this tween. This is Allie Dance. I was really excited for her because I didn't want to pay retail for her, but I really liked her when she came out. She's in her little dance outfit. Okay, this doll was in a bag of stuff that I got. Not necessarily one I was looking for, but it was still kind of neat to get. This is Eloise, and she still has her turtle. Let's see. Oh, I finally found Jet. Finally found her. So excited. I'm gonna have to clean her up, but yeah. Okay, so I think these three were in a bin at Goodwill, like one of those big plastic tubs that they sell, and it was like $7 or something for the whole bin. And I carried it up to the front and I was like, look, can I just buy these 3 dolls and I'll pay you what you want for the bin. I just don't want the rest of this. You can put it back out on the floor. And they were like, yeah, absolutely, we'll do that. So you might try that at your store if there's a bin and you're willing to pay what the bin costs. This is another one that was in a bag. This is a strawberry shortcake doll. And I'm not sure, like, I'm not familiar with this one. This is obviously, I was older when these came out, but her outfit is making me think like early 2000s, maybe 2000 to 2010. I'm not really sure. I don't know much about strawberry shortcake in the first place. I really don't know much about these later ones, but I thought that was cool to find. Okay, I found this ball jointed doll. This is just one that, like, you can get from AliExpress, but I thought she was neat. I might give her to my daughter. I'm not sure. My daughter doesn't take very good care of her things, so we'll see. I got 2 miniature American Girls. It looks like Kit and Samantha. They're not dressed, so I'm going to hold them like this. I wasn't planning on getting these. I think they were in a bag with something that I wanted. Let's see, any more dolls? Let's see. Got a Cherry Mary Muffin. She's had a haircut, bless her heart, but she's got her outfit. And the big doll was this It's a Small World, I guess France. I think she's the can-can girl from France. But this was what I was talking about that goes with the hippo. I love It's a Small World, and I was really excited to find her. Because I've seen her, you know, in Instagram sales and stuff, and I wanted her, but she's quite big. Shipping would be expensive. And I'm just not so much interested in buying toys online lately. I would much rather prefer to find things. It's a thrill to hunt for me. Okay, I got 2 ponies. So we've got a G1, twice as fancy. I don't know who this is. She's beautiful. She's definitely staying with me because she's pastel. I typically keep the pastel ones. And the ones that aren't pastel, I'll either put in Mercari or I'll give them to my daughter. And then we've got a G3. I think this is a McDonald's one. She might not be. I'm not sure. I really don't know much about G3, but she is so pretty. So I'm not sure if I'll keep this one or give it to my daughter. She has a crate of ponies because I've given her all the G3s. And she collects the later ones too. But as for me, like, as you know, things that I purchase when I'm thrifting, if it's not a G1 or a G3, I'm not really interested. And their dad also takes them thrifting quite a bit, so I'm not so much purchasing things for my children when I'm by myself shopping, because chances are we're going to go out as a family and spend more money. So I found these 2 Halloween Tokidokis unicornos that I was very excited for. These are really cool. This one's translucent. Unfortunately, she doesn't have anything in her head. That would have been a really cool feature. If you know their names, let me know down in the comments. I just thought they were so cool. I was so excited to find them because I love Halloween and it's almost Halloween. And I got 2 wrestlers here. Let's see. So I've got Lince Dorado. He was in the Lucha House Party. I miss Lucha House Party so much. I miss Grand Metalik, King of the Ropes, because it was just amazing. It was amazing to watch him wrestle and just do his thing, like tightrope walk on the ropes and like all the amazing flips and stuff. I feel like the Latino wrestlers, they just bring so much more. They bring so much more, and they're so much more entertaining to watch. And that's why Rey Mysterio is my very favorite wrestler, because he'll be flipping and flying. I mean, he does tornadoes around his opponents. It's just so cool to watch. I don't know. I just love it. And I miss Lince Dorado so much in WWE. I miss him. I miss Grand Metalik. I miss the Lucha House Party so much because I loved them. I loved them. That's why I'm glad to have him. I was so excited to find him to have for my wrestler collection, because I collect all my favorite wrestlers in plastic form. And I also got Drew McIntyre. I like him a lot. My favorite was his feud with Randy Orton when Randy Orton was the Legend Killer and he attacked Ric Flair, because he's from Scotland and he would always go, Randy. Like, that's how he would say his name, and it was so hilarious to me. I don't know why. I'm on a tangent, sorry. Is that all the dolls? Yes, okay. Critters. Sorry, it's going to sound crunchy. I got a big bag of Calico critter furniture, and it is in fact Calico critter furniture. A lot of it is stamped Epoch. Some of these things are not, so maybe it's Sylvanian, I don't know, but it's stamped Epoch. I don't really know much about Sylvanian and Calico. And then I got some animals, which I will show you. Now these are all fakes, but some of these are vintage fakes, which are just as good as modern new, in my opinion. So I got these bears. I don't know where this little one is from. This one I found out is from a Simba Toys set. This one is from a line called Bear It in Mind, where they all came in costumes, and there is a cowboy one, and I want that cowboy bear so bad. He is so cute. And these aren't very expensive online. And then also, this guy here, he is from a line called Fuzzy Bears. There was Fuzzy Bears and something else. It was the same line, but it had 2 different names, and they were just like on like blister packs. These came in like a little acrylic case for some reason. And then the Simba Toys ones came as a family, like you see the Calico critters are sold as a family. I have no clue about this precious little baby. I think this one might be Little Woodsies. I'm not sure, but he's so cute. I love bears. If you didn't know, I love bears so much. So I was so happy to find all these sweet little vintage bears. Okay, and then I got a few Little Woodsies. I got the duck daughter. And I think I have the dad duck. I love ducks. I have 2 Pekin ducks right now, and I love them so much, but they drive me crazy. Don't get ducks unless you're prepared for absolute chaos every day of your life. And then I also got the Little Woodsies frogs. These are so cute. I would love to get the Sylvanian frogs, but they're so expensive. And honestly, like, I just can't do it. You know, I can't pay that much money for like a little thing. But in my opinion, these are the next best thing. I mean, you can always fill in their eyes with white paint to look more like the Sylvanians. I don't know. I think it's a fair modern equivalent, you know, even though they're not the brand. Speaking of frogs, this weird little frog was in a bag. This little vintage boy. He's something else. Not sure what I'm going to do with him. And this little hedgehog was in with him. I don't know what he's from, but he's awfully cute. I used to have a pet hedgehog named Pickles. And the person that gave me Pickles ended up giving me her entire family. So I had like 4 or 5 hedgehogs at one point, and I ended up giving them all to someone else because it was too much. One hedgehog was okay, but like 4 or 5 hedgehogs is a lot. And I was in an apartment, and they get stinky real quick. And then I also found this, which I thought was from the Lion King babies set that came out when I was a kid, where they had like the leaf hammock, and it was Simba and Nala. But this one is actually stamped 81, 88. So I think this is to Animal Lovin', one of the Animal Lovin' Barbies. I'm not sure which one. If you know, go ahead and comment, because I'll probably forget to look it up, honestly. I've had this since May and haven't looked it up. But I did look up all the bears, and I'm very proud of myself. And I should have wrote down exactly what their lines were, but that's neither here nor there. That was a good, solid hyperfixation for about a week or so. All the knockoff vintage Calico critters, especially Mapletown. Look up Mapletown. It is so cute. Oh my goodness. Anyway, moving on. I found some of these mini Build-A-Bears. I think this is all of them. Let's see. Okay, so we've got the poodle, which I have the big one of this, but mine is the kind with the crinkle. And you see this is more of the straight fur. There were 2 poodles. One has like the spaghetti looking fur, and the other one has a straight fur. And I'm looking for the one with the smooth fur because I prefer that texture to the spaghetti fur, but I haven't found it yet, so I have the spaghetti one. I found this puppy with the eye patch. This one is Purdy Kitty, I think is her name. I would love to find the big one of this. We've got the Summer of Hugs, Seasons of Hugs, Spring miniature bear. And then I guess this one's just like a... Oh, this one says Curly Teddy, even though his fur isn't curly. I just realized they have their names. Well, this one doesn't have a tag, I don't think. But yeah, they have their names. I guess these are from McDonald's. Yeah, these are all from McDonald's, and they have their names on the tag. Like this one says Frou Frou Poodle. Who is this one supposed to be? Playful Puppy. Yeah, I know it's not Scruffy Puppy. We'll get to Scruffy Puppy in a minute. And this one doesn't have her tag either, but very cute. I love retired Build-A-Bears. The Build-A-Bear offerings now are good, don't get me wrong, but there's just something about when you're out in the wild and you find a retired one that no one has seen for like 10 years. That's amazing. Okay, I also got one little Squishmallow. It's the Benny in his winter hat. I'm trying to replace all my Squishmallows with like the same ones in smaller sizes. So like the minis or the clips or the 5-inch at the biggest, because they just take up so much room, and I had so many of them. I've downsized quite a bit, but I still have a lot left. So by finding this guy, I was able to rehome my Benny, because I did want a Bigfoot, but I don't have room. Okay, I found the Disney Baby Cheshire Cat with his blanket. That was a great find. So, as you can see right here, I do have a small collection of Disney plush of characters that I just really and truly love. And I do love Alice in Wonderland. I collect copies of Alice in Wonderland, the book. I mean, this is just cool. I think the Disney babies are so cute, but look, I don't have room to collect all of them. Okay, and then this was a very cool find. I found a Jellycat with her tags. I think this is Swelligant Poodle. I am Penelope Poodle, so she's from the Swelligant line. I love this line because they have these eyes that look like the Dakin Dream Pets, which is a vintage plush line, which has since been revived. That's something that's coming in a later haul. I thrifted a Dream Pet, and I was like, wow. And then I realized it's a reproduction. So they're still making them. But yeah, this is one that I actually wanted because I love poodles. And like I said, this line, they look like the Dream Pets. And I found her with her tags. I was so excited. So I found me a Jellycat at the thrift store, which is always a good thing. I've thrifted many Jellycats over the years. I'm kind of sad when I think back of all the ones that I sold that I would love to have now, but oh well. We can't go back. Okay, and just a couple of odds and ends, bits and bobs. Gosh, this video is going to be so long. I'm so sorry. So I found this figure. It's Michael Keaton. I think it's him as Batman. I'm not sure. But the sculpt is unmistakable. That is Michael Keaton. I think this is from Batman or Batman Returns. I'm not sure. But it is a Kenner. So I was excited for that. And then I also found this Burger King Frankenstein. I think I bought a whole bag just for him, which is something I tend to do. If there's something in that bag, I will pay the $3 for the bag just to get that one little piece of plastic. We got this guy from The Walking Dead. I don't know anything about him. So he'll probably get traded or get added in as an extra. I don't know. Not something I'm really interested in keeping. The Walking Dead reminds me of when I was married, and I would prefer not to remember that, to be honest. I also got this Terra Toys. I don't think this one's a unicorn. She's just a carousel horse. So I had these when I was a kid. I had a bunch of them, and the petite ponies, which I still don't have any of those. I bought an entire bag just for this little piece of plastic because I wanted it so bad. I've seen them, other people in the toy community collecting them and finding them, and I haven't had one since I was a kid. So when I saw this little hunk of plastic in the bag, I was like, yes, I will take the whole bag. I don't even care. Okay, before we move on to the plush, yeah, all I have left is plush. I know I've showed a couple of plush already. I wanted to share my Goosebumps puzzle. I was so excited. Oh wait, this one's not a puzzle. Sorry. I thrifted, this is a game, and then I also thrifted a Furby puzzle later, so that'll be in another haul. This is the Shrieks and Spiders game, and it's from 1995 Parachute Press and Hasbro. So this is, this is my childhood Goosebumps. Obviously Goosebumps is still in production, still being made. I'm not so much interested in Goosebumps after the 90s, just because that's not the Goosebumps that I had. It's still cool, don't get me wrong. I am so excited that Goosebumps are still being made and that kids can enjoy Goosebumps and be weird and like monsters. I love that so much, but it's just not something I'm really looking for. It's not really for me. But I was very excited to find this because I'm all about some 90s Goosebumps. Love my monsters, obviously. Okay, I've got quite a few Build-A-Bears to show you. Let's start with, oh man. Every time I film, I do this. Here I am, 22 minutes in, and I realize I've forgotten something. I'll just tell you because it's too late. We've gone too far. I thrifted the Halloween Hello Kitty, and she's on my bed right now. Far, far out of reach. I'm so mad at myself. I thrifted the Halloween Hello Kitty. I about screamed. I was so excited. The orange one with the texture. And then I also, a week or two later, or maybe it was just a couple nights later, I don't know, it's been too long, I thrifted the white Hello Kitty Build-A-Bear, which I also can't show you because my daughter has claimed that one. So I have the Halloween one. My daughter has just the plain white Hello Kitty. Both of them are original releases, not re-releases. I don't think they've re-released the Halloween Hello Kitty. But regardless, I just thought that was so cool because that's the same thrift store I found the Pumpkin Kitty original release last year. I'm so sorry I don't have that to show you. Okay, I thrifted this bunny, which is retired, and I cannot remember the name. I looked it up in my book when I found this one, and actually, this is the first Build-A-Bear I've bought thrifted that was unstuffed. I had to stuff this one, but I was very excited. I've never seen this one before out in the wild. You see Baramy, you see a lot of the cubs, like the butterscotch cub, a lot. Curly Bear I've found a couple of times over. Never this bunny. I've found Paulette a few times, but I've never seen this bunny before, so I was very excited. I found the pastel cow. I already have the pink cow, so now I have both of the cows. I think I like this one better, honestly. The pink cow is like a hot pink, and I prefer more of my like soft colors, which is I think why I like this one better. But yeah, I was so excited because these are relatively new. It just blows my mind when something like new comes out and then it's like immediately at the thrift store. But it happens a lot. It happens more than you'd think. Okay, I thrifted this little Sesame Street baby. She is from Calico, 1996. And the tag says Jim Henson Production, so this is before Disney. I want to say that happened around 97 when Disney acquired the Muppets or bought out Henson Productions. I don't know. But the tag says Henson Productions. So, and I don't know this one's name. If you know this Muppet's name, let me know. I do love the Muppets. I have a few Muppets. I've downsized quite a bit. I also have a bag of them put up in storage because they were taking up a lot of room. But I've never seen this one before, and I love finding like the more obscure Muppet characters. It's always a little thrill. Okay, and I found this girl. I've got to redo her hair. She's got some dryer damage. Not from me. This is how I found her. So I've got to brush out her hair with a wire brush. But it's a puppy surprise. I'm not sure if this one's a bulldog or a terrier. But she had her necklace. And then she's got the pink spots and lavender spots, lavender bows. And unfortunately, she did not have any babies in her belly. So a little bit of a wire brush. Hopefully get this hair fixed. Like I said, she had dryer damage before I purchased her. All of my plush, I don't put them in the dryer. I wash them. I let them air dry. It really made me mad because somebody purchased a plush from me on Mercari and they were like, it's evident that this has been in a dryer. And I was like, honey, this is what dryer damage looks like. But okay, if you say so. Like, if you're unhappy with your purchase, return it. There's returns. But okay. I don't know. I think if you're unhappy, like, return it. Don't leave a petty comment. And then keep the item. I'm just saying. Okay. This is the Build-A-Bear I was actually second most excited for, because I think Halloween Kitty was the one I was most excited for. This is Scruffy Puppy. The first Build-A-Bear I ever had, which I never had any as a kid, so this is all as an adult collector, was Scruffy Puppy. I thrifted a Scruffy Puppy, and I loved it. Scruffy Puppy is what kicked off my love for Build-A-Bears, because they're just the right size to cuddle. Like, I love my jellycats. I love all my other plush that I collect, but as far as like having something to hold and cuddle, the Build-A-Bear is just like the perfect size. This is the perfect form right here, okay? So when there was a hurricane that did a lot of damage over in like Louisiana and Texas a few years back, we have a hotel in my neighborhood. My neighborhood has a golf course, and then there's also a hotel. There were a lot of people that had fled the hurricane that were staying at the hotel and were somewhat displaced. You know, they had to stay a lot longer because of the damage from the storm. And there were children with these families. So my neighborhood, we were, you know, collecting supplies for them and donating a lot of things. And a lot of us donated toys for these children because as someone who has lost everything to a hurricane, you don't know what you're going back to, and you don't know what's going to be salvageable, and you have to be prepared that everything you own is gone. So having been through that, I definitely wanted to give a lot to these kids because they very well could have lost everything. And at that point, you know, they didn't know. Like, right after a storm, you don't really know what kind of state your property's in until you get back to it. So I donated a Scruffy Puppy and a few other Build-A-Bears I had, and some extra clothes, and quite a bit more toys. I took a big box of toys down to the hotel for the kids to pick through and see what they wanted. And I said, you know, anything that they don't want, just donate. It's fine. And you know what? I realized that I missed Scruffy Puppy. Like, I was glad that they went on to comfort someone else, hopefully. But I missed my Scruffy Puppy. I did wash them before I donated them. Don't worry. So ever since then, I've been like, maybe I'll find a Scruffy Puppy. And I finally found one, and I'm so happy. This one, these plushes I'm showing you, I've already washed all of them. So if I'm, you know, loving on them, I'm not loving on them in their thrift store condition. I washed all these. I've had all summer to prepare for this video. I was so happy to have a Scruffy Puppy back in my life. Even though Scruffy Puppy is not rare or valuable to me, they mean a whole lot. So I got Scruffy Puppy. And I've been looking up like a Jellycat that looks like Scruffy Puppy or a Webkins. And I found a few, but they do, unlike this Scruffy Puppy, happen to be quite rare and quite expensive. So Scruffy Puppy's an only child for right now. Oh, one thing I can show you. One of those bags of Build-A-Bear clothes I had the Hello Kitty dress. So my Halloween kitty has her dress. I will not be giving this one to my daughter because it'll be in shreds. Her Hello Kitty is already so loved. Okay, I found another Jellycat. This is the Bashful. This one doesn't have a tag. I mean, it just has his butt tag. That doesn't say what it is. I want to say this is the Bashful Pony or a Bashful Horse. I don't know. The Bashfuls are my absolute favorites. My absolute favorites. So, this is Ford. Ford Pinto. That's what I named them. Everybody say hi to Ford. I was excited for that one. You know, normally I don't think this is one I would typically choose, but from the thrift store, yeah, all day long. It's not pastel. That's okay. I'll take this one. I'm just excited to find Jellycats, honestly. So, I had a bad experience buying Jellycats online. I'll show you the ones that I purchased here in a little bit. But I actually ended up buying a fake Jellycat on Mercari, and I had to do a return, in which the seller fortunately accepted the return. They didn't fight me on it, but then they relisted it. So I have that person blocked because they obviously have no integrity, and I don't want anything to do with them ever. I don't want to buy anything from them. It doesn't matter what they have to sell. It was a fake. So how I could tell it was a fake, I'll just use this one as an example. The tag was printed on, not embroidered, which some of the newer ones I think do have the printed tags, but it didn't have all these extra tags, and it didn't say suitable from birth on the tag. You know, most of the Jellycat Bashfuls, they'll say suitable from birth so that you can give them to smaller children. Another thing was the paws. Like the one I bought was a rabbit. I know this is not a rabbit, but the paws on the rabbit had stitches. And also just the minute I took it out of the box, I could tell. And it's kind of a hard thing to explain, but when you have these, you know, when you have authentic Jellycats, you know the feel, you know the quality. So when you take one out of the box and it doesn't feel like that, it's, I mean, if you're someone who if you're funny about textures, it should be a red flag immediately. But I understand everybody might not catch up on that, so there were a couple other signs to indicate that it was not authentic, which I didn't pay a lot, and I felt bad asking for a return, but I don't want to fake, you know, especially after I had to buy it and pay shipping. And that was before the fees got transferred to the buyers, thank goodness. But if I had paid fees on top of it too, oh my goodness. And I was mad because when you sell something on Mercari, as a seller, they give you a QR code, so you can just go down to the kiosk at the post office or at the UPS or FedEx or wherever and scan the QR code. But when you do a return, they email you a label, and you have to have a printer to print it out. So I had to go to the library to print the return label. So it was really quite a lot of hassle for that fake Jellycat. So I think from now on, I'm just going to be sticking to thrifted ones. But I did buy 2 online in May that I'll show you in a second. But one of the best, most exciting things I found in May was potato chip Popple. I've wanted potato chip Popple for so long. Now, my friend Cam had previously sent me the pink one, and I also thrifted the hot pink one, which my daughter wanted, so she got that one. The color was a little bit bright for me anyway, so I wasn't as fond of that one. I really like the one that Cam sent me. And then I really wanted potato chip, not only because this is so small and cute and adorable, but I love potato chips. I love them so much. The plain, just plain potato chips, especially if they're kettle chips. Oh my goodness. I love a crunchy chip. This is just so cute. I did not realize that potato chip was the size, you know, seeing them in pictures. It's just so precious. I'm so excited to have potato chip in my collection. So that was everything I thrifted. Oh, one more thing. I found this Lisa Frank planner. And it still has the inserts. Look at that. Now, I don't know. Maybe there's a year. I don't think there is. I'm not sure if this is like 90s Lisa Frank or later. But I was so excited. I've been on like a happy face kick. I found this guy. I found a McCoy happy face vase. And I recently found the mug too. And the planner that I have now is a Franklin Covey. And I have a happy face patch on the front that's yellow like this. So I was so excited when I found this. Not only because it's Lisa Frank, but because it's happy faces. And I will absolutely use this because I'm a planner girl. I don't think I'll do like when I was a child and I hoarded all my Lisa Frank supplies and they just vanished. I think I'll just use it. Life is short. Okay, what did I buy online now that we're at 35 minutes? Gosh, this is going to be a long video. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for sticking with me. 2 jellycats. This guy I bought on Mercari was also not a great experience. This one had a lot of interest. And I made an offer to the seller that was just like a few dollars less than what they were asking. And they wrote back and they were like, no, I wouldn't get my money back and it's got too much interest in it for me to take your offer. And I was like, okay. And then I just paid their asking price. Well, when he got here, he was really dirty. And I was like, you know what? No big deal. I'll wash him. So that's strike 2 right there. And then when it's all said and done, like, I got the item. I know what it's like to be a seller. Some people have really awful high standards that you could never meet, and they're going to find something wrong no matter what. So I feel like if I'm okay with it, I'm just going to leave 5 stars and get on with my life, and maybe that'll counteract some nasty person that leaves feedback later on down the road. I don't know. Well, this seller turned around and left me 4 stars. 4 stars or 3. She didn't leave me 5 stars. And I don't understand why. I was the buyer. I wasn't ugly when she didn't take my offer. I still paid her asking price. I didn't harass her about shipping. I didn't do any of that. Just bought the item. That's all I did. So I don't understand why I wouldn't get 5 stars. But whatever. So the person that I bought this from, I also blocked. So that's 2 sellers I've blocked on Mercari over jellycats. Anyway, this is Diller. Meet Diller. He's supposed to be a crocodile, but I was thinking alligator because his nose is more round. If you know that alligators, they don't have, their noses aren't as narrow as crocodiles. And I'm in Mississippi, South Mississippi, and there's a lot of these guys, a lot of alligators. Diller is the name of a street in my town. I thought it'd be really cool to name a bunch of my jellycats after streets in my town. And I thought Diller was a perfect name for a little green crocodile alligator guy. And then this guy, this is, I think his name is Dante. Charming puppy or something like that. He's not a bashful, even though he is kind of shaped like one. His color is coming a little bit more rich on camera. So on Ken's Plush or Ken's Dolls, I can't remember which one they are on YouTube, but they have 2 accounts on Instagram, and one is Ken's Plush and the other one is Ken's Dolls. Have this jellycat. Gosh, it says that my video is too long. I'm gonna cry if I have to start over. I'm gonna keep going and maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Okay. This is charming puppy Dante or something like that. But his fur, I don't know if you can tell, it's like a lattice design. So it's not like the Bashfuls where it's just fuzzy. Yeah, I bought him online. I paid a little bit more because he is retired. But it's still not a terrible amount when you think about like how much jellycats go for, or even what they retail for. He was about what you would pay for retail for a Bashful, maybe one a little bit bigger. But when I saw this little fellow in Elliot's videos, I just fell in love and I had to have him. So this is Earl Taylor, and he is a blues man. He's an older gentleman, and Earl Taylor is also a street in my town. So hopefully the end of this video is still recording so that I can tell you thank you so much for watching my super long May thrift haul. May the thrifts be with you as you go forth in your life. Remember, the world's a better place with you here in it, and you matter. By the way, I like you just the way you are. I hope that you'll join me again for another video soon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!